Chapter 6. The Crocodile Sleeps No More. The marshes south of the hollow tree were forbidden. Even Peter avoided them. The ground there pulsed with deep vibration, not like footsteps or beasts moving, but like breathing, the kind that came from something enormous, something submerged. It had once been called Crocodile Bay. No one called it that anymore. 3 days after the ambush, the lost boys were restless. Half their outposts had fallen. 3 had vanished without a trace, only shadow stains and half-melted bones left behind. Tinker Bell no longer lit the hollows. She sat in silence now, sharpening a long splinter of iron. Her wings dragged behind her like dead leaves. Peter hadn't left the tree in a full day. He sat curled in the highest branch, silent, unmoving, his shadow hanging from a lower bough, watching the camp with a grin. Cale approached Wendy near the edge of the glade, eyes dark-rimmed. "The boys are losing faith." "He saved them," Wendy said. "He fought. And bled magic. That scares them more than it inspires." Wendy glanced toward Peter. He hadn't blinked in an hour. "He's changing." "No," Cale whispered. "He's breaking." That night, Peter descended just past midnight, barefoot and pale. He found Wendy sitting at the edge of the camp, knees drawn up, eyes scanning the dark. "I need your help," he said. Wendy nodded without hesitation. "Where are we going?" "Where the island ends," he said, "where it sleeps." She didn't ask questions. They traveled alone, slipping into the southern marshes before dawn. The air here was wet and metallic. The trees were sparser, their trunks wider than houses, their roots submerged in black water. Fog clung to their ankles like fingers. Peter led with careful steps, his posture tense, head low. "What are we looking for?" Wendy whispered. Peter's voice was flat. "Time." Ahead, the marsh opened into a sunken basin surrounded by obsidian rock. The trees here grew twisted horizontally, their limbs curving like vertebrae. Something ancient had collapsed here, something buried. In the center of the basin was a crater filled with thick green water, still and smooth as glass. Wendy felt it immediately. A pull like gravity, like dread. "What is this place?" she asked. Peter didn't answer. He walked toward the edge and sat cross-legged, gazing into the depths. Wendy joined him. The water reflected nothing, not the trees, not the sky, not even them. And beneath the surface, movement. Peter whispered, "This is where he died." Wendy frowned. "Who?" Peter's hand hovered above the water. "The crocodile." Wendy blinked. "That's a story." Peter's voice was low. "It was." He closed his eyes. "Hook wasn't always a monster. He was a boy like me. We both were, but he feared time, obsessed over it, would scream when the clock struck midnight. He hated endings." Wendy whispered, "So you fed the crocodile a clock?" Peter turned to her slowly. "I fed it time itself." The water rippled. Wendy stood. "You mean literally?" Peter nodded. "Every second stolen from those who stayed too long here, every moment Neverland erased. I poured it into the beast. It became hunger. Hook tried to kill it." She stared into the pit. "And did he?" Peter's voice cracked. "He fed it himself." Suddenly a sound. A single tick. Then another. From the pit. Tick-tick. The surface of the water began to bubble, slightly, rhythmically. Wendy backed away. "Peter." But Peter remained still, eyes closed. "It knows I'm here." The ticking quickened. Something vast shifted in the depths. Tick-tick-tick. Then silence. And then a voice, impossibly deep. "You're late." The water erupted. A column of green-black sludge spewed skyward. From it rose an eye, no, not an eye, a clock face. Its hands spun wildly, and around it teeth. Massive concentric rows of yellowed bone. Slime dripped from jaws that could crush forests. Its tail whipped through the basin, shattering stone. The crocodile had returned. Peter stood facing it. "I brought her," he said. Wendy turned, startled. "What?" The crocodile hissed, its voice a rumble. "You bring Time's child into my den." "She has to see you," Peter said, "to understand what he's becoming." The crocodile sniffed the air, though it had no nose. It laughed, a ghastly, rusted sound. "She has the scent of the old one." Wendy stepped back. "What are you talking about?" The crocodile's gaze turned fully to her. "Your mother came here once, the first Wendy, the one he chose first." Wendy's blood froze. Peter watched her carefully. "You didn't know?" I thought it was just a story." "It was never just a story," Peter said. "You inherited more than a name." The crocodile grinned wider. "Your bait girl, Hook, wants you, and the boy here, he's already cracked. Shall I finish breaking him?" Peter drew his dagger. "Try." But Wendy stepped between them. "Tell me the truth," she demanded. "Why did Hook come back?" The crocodile's teeth closed, ticking, halting. It leaned down, impossibly slow. "Because he found your mother's grave." Wendy swayed. "And inside it," the beast added, "was a clock that had never stopped." Peter stepped beside her. "We have to go." The crocodile was sinking again. "Tick-tock, Peter," it whispered. "You're running out of her." They fled the basin. The ticking continued long after the crocodile vanished. Wendy didn't speak for miles. Peter finally broke the silence. "He's after your time, Wendy, yours specifically. He believes if he consumes your memory, your origin, he can rewrite Neverland, remove me from it entirely." "Erase you," she said. "Or become me." She turned to him and realized he believed it.